There's a theory going round that Deontay Wilder may have lost his rematch against Tyson Fury due to the LED lights in his costume. I actually think that's a better excuse than the costume being too heavy, but that isn't actually what this video is about. It's about the theory, the idea that bigger is better in the heavyweight division. This is a theory that was, I think, quite popular and planted a lot of seeds in the minds of younger fans during Vladimir Klitschko's reign, who often had his opponents when it came to physical advantages and imposed that style with a certain kind of frustrating economy, the jab and grab, that made it very difficult for them to make inroads on him. At 6'9" and with an 85-inch wingspan, Tyson Fury is the biggest good fighter at heavyweight by some margin. And this idea that bigger is better, it posits that until somebody comes along who's about 7 foot and knows how to bring his abilities and harness them better than, say, a Nikolai Valoev, until that guy comes along, then Tyson Fury at his best will always best anybody who is smaller than him. Now, there is some truth to the idea. There is some rationale to it, logic, which is that if you're the bigger man, you obviously have natural advantages over your opponent, most notably length, reach. If you can keep a man really far back, you can see him more clearly, he's in your field of vision, and it takes more time for him to make inroads on you, so you've got more time to react to what he's doing. Many reasons why a good reach is very favourable for a fighter. But there's also another saying these days I've heard a few times, which is the real heavyweight champion of the world is playing American football. Now, it could be some other athletic pursuits, but you get the idea. What that infers, correctly, is that the talent pool isn't as big as it used to be. Not in boxing in the whole, not in the heavyweight division. There's simply not as many participants, there's not as many boxing gyms, and the average man on the street, how many people in America know Deontay Wilder is? That is just a token of how the talent pool isn't as deep, and so thus it naturally follows that the bigger men, if the talents are around the same, and this isn't denigrating Tyson Fury because I consider him a very talented big man, but it still holds to reason that the bigger you are, talents being around the same, you're always going to have one up. And if the talent pool isn't big enough, like it used to be, boxing isn't going to generate those truly exceptional smaller heavyweights who know how to utilize their smaller, more awkward frame, harder to hit, speed, all the things that made a Jack Dempsey, a Rocky Marciano, Joe Frazier, and Mike Tyson really exceptional heavyweights. I don't think there's anybody, for instance, who think Mike Tyson wouldn't make a dent in today's heavyweight division. But the way boxing's gone, the way the Klitschko's, Vladimir, he even moulded the way referees start to deal with fights. The amount of clinching, they don't like rough stuff on the inside, and you even saw that in Tyson Fury's last fight against Wilder when he got a point taken off for no apparent reason. Clinches are more welcome these days, they know it. It makes referees break things up very quickly. And that's one of the things that has helped the bigger man in this more modern era of heavyweights. Again, you can't denigrate Tyson Fury. Again, I think he is a very talented big man. But boxing doesn't draw from the same talent pool. The heavyweights, who should be excellent, who are smaller, a lot of them aren't in shape. If the talent pool was as big as it used to be in the 40s and 30s, there is an excellent chance that we would have a guy about 6'6", ripping through the division. And as good as Tyson Fury is, he would chop away at that body and take him out.